Hello, welcome all of you to channel Sube. Today I am going to discuss question number 11 of 2019 Physics MCQ paper new syllabus. Consider the following statements made regarding the velocity of sound in Earth atmosphere. Capital A, it does not change with altitude at constant temperature. Capital B, it always increases with decreasing pressure. Capital C, it decreases with increasing altitude as a result of decreasing temperature. Which of the following statements are correct? There are 5 answers. Only A, only B, only C, only A and C, only all A, B and C. So dear children, I would like to remind you the lesson. V equals the equations gamma P divided by rho. Gamma P divided by rho. Rho is density of the gas, P is the pressure, gamma is the ratio of molar heat capacities, Cp divided by Cv. So that is a constant for a given gas. Then we learn V equals root gamma RT by M, capital M. M is the mass of a mole of the gas in kilogram. In kilogram, remember, like you do in chemistry, just you can't write 28 for nitrogen. Here you have to multiply it by 10 power minus 3 to convert into kilogram, because this is physics. So T is the absolute temperature, R is the molar gas constant, so gamma is, as earlier, Cp divided by Cv, ratio of molar heat capacities. So in the lesson, then we learn how pressure affect velocity. How pressure of the air affect velocity. So there we learn pressure doesn't affect. Pressure has no role in changing velocity, because if we increase the pressure, the density also increase. So imagine a box is there, so gas particles are there, so there is a certain density, there is a certain pressure. So using a piston, so think this one is this lid is the piston, so we compress this by using a force, applying a force, we compress this to a small volume like this. So think now the volume is half of early volume. So what happened? This the density, the particles are more closer to each other. So density increase, the rho increase, the pressure also increased, but naturally density also increased. So that we can prove using Boyle's equation. So now we are not going to prove it here. So we have to keep in mind that as a theory part. So what happens is, what is the theory is, if we change pressure, naturally the density also changes, keeping this ratio constant. This ratio is also always constant. So therefore pressure cannot change velocity. That you have to keep in your mind. Pressure has no influence. Pressure doesn't influence on velocity. So velocity is constant, even the pressure changed. So according to this equation, if temperature increased, what happens? This one is at the numerator, so this one is also at the numerator. So if this increased, this velocity also increased. Temperature can influence the velocity. If temperature increased, velocity also increased. So that is the second one we learn in the lesson. So here regarding statement A, it does not change with altitude at constant temperature. When we hear this word altitude, what we feel is, when we go above the sea level, we go above the sea level, this one is the earth, we go above the sea level, we feel that the pressure naturally decreases. But here we know pressure doesn't affect, so we don't, therefore the decreasing of pressure we don't have to take into account because it doesn't affect the velocity. So we have to take into account only the temperature change. But here they say the temperature is constant. So temperature is constant, velocity also constant, even though the with the altitude pressure decreases actually, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't change velocity. So therefore it does not change with altitude at constant temperature. So that is correct, because constant temperature, velocity constant, pressure change with altitude but velocity constant. So it does not change. Constant means does not change, right? The first one is finished. So it always increases with decreasing pressure. With this knowledge, this one is wrong, because pressure has no role to play with velocity. So now the third one, it decreases with increasing altitude as a result of decrease in temperature. As a result of decrease in temperature, if the temperature changes, however, the velocity changes. So decreases with increasing altitude as a result of decrease in temperature. Yes, if temperature decreases, velocity also decreases. So that is correct. That is correct. Therefore, because decrease in temperature decreases the velocity, right? So A and C, only A and C are correct. Only A and C are correct. This one here, children, fourth one is the answer. Thank you very much for following my videos. So if you haven't still subscribed, please do it right now. Don't subscribe twice, then it will be cancelled, as I always say. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.